The Argentine officials believe that Fito's plan is buy a house there, to carry the family, and then escape from Ecuador's prison. On Friday, Argentine officials detained and deported Ecuadorian drug smuggler Jose Adolfo Macias' wife and children. Argentina's Security Minister Patricia Bullrich said that the country fired 8 people, including other Macias partners known as Fito, which was moved to a house in Cordoba after arriving in Argentina on January 5. 2 days later, on January 7, Phyto disappeared from a prison in Ecuador, where he was sentenced to 34 years of imprisonment for various crimes such as drug trafficking, extortion and Ecuador officials published an emergency after jailbreak at the beginning of this month, followed by great unrest in a few prisons. Our hypothesis is that Fito's plan is buy house, to move the family out and then escape from prison. He said they were working on a clue from Ekvador counterparts. Cordoba official Juan Pablo Quinteros was cancelled by the family's temporary residence permit by migration decision, which allowed the authorities to detain and remove them. Argentina not have an Argentine narco-country, nor will our provinces be a denial of criminals. We are determined to fight such a crime, he said at a press conference. Said Ekvador, to view this video, declares an emergency in midst of increase in gang intensity. Please enable and consider upgrading to a web browser that supports HTML5 video search for Phyto. Ecuador President Daniel Noboa told Colombia'sradio that the police were looking for Phyto everywhere. He asked President Gustavo Petro to make an intense search there. Ecuador was once seen as a relative stability castle in region, but growing effect of cartels and gangs and last violent crimes tried to answer government's picture. Vicente Gaibor Del Pino, we have a war to fight and a very battered nation to heal, Noboa said on Friday.Said. In an interview with the RCN radio, Noboa said, "We know that the entire family is in Argentina. They were deported to Ecuador. Usually these relatives are in the Economic and Operational Department of Black Money Laundering or the Economic and Operational Department of Terrorist Groups," said. Local media in Ecuador reported that Fito's family came to Guayaquil airport, while the country's government and the police did not immediately comment on this issue. MKMSH